Hi everybody. I am doing another cooking video. I actually did the first one for fun, and believe it or not, I have requests, which is awesome. I have a lot of people ask me to make certain things, and so tonight I'm going to do an easy dinner. I hope you're all well, first of all. Everybody watching, hopefully you're not going stir crazy in the house, you're finding things to do, your friends and family are well, and hopefully this madness will be over soon. So good luck to everybody. Tonight I have a request from Danny, actually. She wants to know how to do the pasta with the broccoli and the garlic. Simple dish, real easy. I've been making this since I was like in high school. Big family dish that a lot of my relatives make. It's a very easy, common dish. So you can use any type of noodle that you would like. Generally we do it with mustacholi or rigatoni, things like that. So I'm going to do mustacholi with broccoli and fresh garlic and olive oil. And so what I've started is I have a bowl of the broccoli florets. I cleaned it and just cut them in like bite-sized pieces. Okay, you're going to put this in with the pasta when it's cooking. As far as the garlic, it's of course your preference of how much garlic you like. I'm going to, generally it's 1 to 2 cloves for a, let's say 1 to 2 person dish. So I've started, what I like to do, you can slice your garlic, you can dice it. I like to actually use the microplane on the thicker grate and kind of shave mine so you're not eating chunks of garlic. I know my husband doesn't really care for chunks of garlic. So I started doing, I have 2 cloves here. I'm going to do a total of 4. And so I just do this. Just be careful when you get to the end, you don't slice your skin off. So I start out with that. I have my water already boiling. That is a lot of garlic, but again, you know, I'm going to be making about 1 pound of pasta. So I have a pot here getting ready to boil. This is going to be the regular, of course, in the back is for my gluten-free one. But we're going to share the same garlic mixture. So what I'm going to do, you just need a small pan, and I do not measure this. Generally about, if you're going to make a lot of pasta, for one person I would do maybe a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm going to do about a 1/2 cup because, like I said, I'm making 2 separate dishes. So you just need a small frying pan, and I'm going to heat up the oil, but I'm going to wait until my pasta is ready to go in, because you're just going to saute the garlic, and that's only going to take a couple of minutes. If you leave it in the pan too long, you're going to burn the garlic, and then it gets, it's almost like I don't want to say a rancid taste, but it kind of gets like bitter, very bitter, the garlic, so you don't want to ruin the garlic. So let me get the salt for the water. And like I said, this is a really quick dinner that you could make weekday, and it's not going to take up a lot of your time. So you definitely want to salt your water before you put the pasta in. And that is so the sauce will adhere to the pasta, but also you're doing that because that flavors the pasta. If you throw in the pasta first and then salt it, your pasta will not get the flavor, that it won't bring out the flavor of the pasta. It'll just be very bland. So always salt your water first. Okay, so I'm going to just do a 1/2 of a bag for the boys, and about a handful for myself. I like leftover pasta, so I generally will make a little extra for myself. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to turn on the oil. You want it on like a medium-low. You don't want the oil to get too hot. And of course, you're going to cook your pasta according to the package. So however long it takes, generally like mustacholi takes, this says 9 minutes on the package. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cook it till the pasta is almost done. So if the package says 9 minutes, then I am going to, in about 7 minutes into it, so when there's 2 minutes left, that's when you're gonna throw in the fresh raw broccoli, the uncooked broccoli. You're gonna throw that in because this will only take 1 to 2 minutes tops. Unless you like soggy vegetables, then you could of course put it in sooner, but I like mine to still have a little bit of a crunch to it. I don't like the vegetables soggy, so I will put this in when there's 1 to 2 minutes remaining, okay? And you're not going to drain the pasta completely. You're going to take it out of the pot, and I'm sorry, I can't do that with this one today. I didn't make a big enough pot with the oil. So I will have to drain it, but you're not going to rinse it. You're just gonna drain the water, okay? So you're gonna put this in when there's 7 minutes to go. So I'm gonna set my timer just in case for 9 minutes for this pasta, so I'll know when to put in the broccoli, okay? Okay, so my oil is heating up. And I'm gonna throw in the the garlic. Okay, make it just move it around a little bit. If the oil gets too hot, then put it down to a simmer. And like I said, this is only gonna cook for maybe 2 minutes. And then what I'll do is I'll just turn the gas off and let it sit, because I don't want it to overcook. Okay? And everybody does this differently. Like I said, this is a very common dish, at least in my family, in my extended family. Like everybody I know makes the pasta with the broccoli. So everybody has their own little flair to it, and how they do it. Some people might use jarred garlic or whole garlic and then take it out because they don't want chunks and they just want the oil flavored. I also do, when the pasta is done, when I throw it back in the pot, I will also add a little bit of butter, and I'll mix the butter in with the hot drained pasta and then throw in the garlic and oil. Okay. So I'm going to let this cook for a minute or two, and then I will be back when the pasta cooks so you can see how I mix it all together. Okay? Okay, guys. So I have the broccoli in the pot right now, and it's going to be it's ready to come out right now. So I threw in the broccoli when there was 2 minutes left. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is drain this. I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to throw in about 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. Okay. And now I'm going to go get the pasta and bring it over here. Throw that in there. And I'm going to just move that around a little bit. And this is when I'm going to salt and pepper the pasta. I'm using fresh black pepper. And just a little bit of salt, up to your liking, of course. Okay? And I'm going to throw in, this is freshly grated Parmesan Reggiano. I don't use fake cheese in this house. My husband, when I first met him, the grated cheese that he used was Kraft out of a can. That is sacrilegious to me. Well, I only use the best. Of course, you can use domestic too, whatever you can afford or whatever you like. Some people like Romano, but I personally like Parmesan. So I use the Reggiano, and I just grate it. I buy the brick and I grate it as I need it, because the flavor will stay, it'll be much stronger of a flavor. If you buy pre-shredded, it kind of loses its flavor a little bit. So I just took some of the oil because I'm saving some of it for my gluten-free pasta. But basically, if you take a look here, you can see that there's enough oil between the butter and the oil. I did maybe a couple of handfuls. I got some of the garlic like this, and just keep tossing it and moving it around a little bit. And then, of course, you can add more salt and pepper when you go to sit down to eat it. But that is it. This is the dish. Okay? There is nothing to it. This took like, I don't know, less than a half an hour from start to finish. And you want to serve it, you know, with fresh cheese on top of it and a little bit of garlic bread maybe, or a salad on the side, and you're good to go, and there's dinner. Okay? So I hope this was easy. If you try it, I hope you enjoy it. And let me know if you have any questions. Have a great night. Bye.